you, Doctor. We are back. Tonight, we have with us...
You.
I'm the Craig Nettles of television. Did you have a bet on that game?
Yes, I did. I lost some money.
Yeah.
I was winning there for a while, and then...
That was the first time in history that somebody has come back from 2 games down and won it in 6 games.
Yeah.
You know,
unbelievable.
That's great.
They deserved to win it, because they really
did. They?
Great ball. They played
What was it Jim Murray said the other day? He says, when you play the Yankees, you're playing the Yankees. And he says, as soon as you put on a Yankee uniform, he says, hair grows out of your forehead. He said immediately, just put on a uniform and be killed. My first guest I have not met. I understand she's a fascinating lady. She's 69 and a half years old. What do they say, 69 and a half? That's what you did when you were a kid. You know, how old are you? I'm
13 and a half.
13 and a half. She's from Atlanta, Georgia, and she's called the Dancing Grandmother. Her name is Connah. Would you welcome Miss Connah? How are you?
I'm fine. I think I'm your golden oldie of the week.
Boy, you don't look it. You look smashing tonight.
Well,
beautiful dress and everything.
Thank you.
Is that a nickname? Connah?
I've never been known by anything but Lit.
Yeah?
And it was not until I was married that I knew I had a double name. Caroline Elizabeth is my real
Caroline
name.
Elizabeth, and they hung Lit on
I
you?
was named after a grandmother who was very small. I was very small. It's not really exciting, but anyway, they gave me her name, and it stuck with me. It was Litley, and everybody shortened it to Lit.
You're from Atlanta?
From Atlanta.
Yeah. Somebody sent a telegram this afternoon that I got in the office. I don't know whether Shirley got it or not, from some group down there, and you had staged their show. Would you know the group that was?
Yes, I'd hope for that.
Yeah, we'll have to give it to you after the show. What did they think when they found out you're going to be on the show tonight?
I don't know whether you know the impact that this has on a town when someone like me is asked to be on it that nobody knows except in a town. Yeah. It was great excitement, everybody running around. But I hate to tell you, but a lot of them think you're still in New York. They don't know you've moved.
Loyal fans of Atlanta, we have moved. No, we've been out here over 6 years now.
I know it. And I don't know if I ought to tell you this.
Well, that's all right.
One old lady...
You've humiliated me already now.
One old lady, she's probably watching, said, why do you want to be on that show?
Sweet little old lady. Well, I'll give you a little note to take back to her when we leave back the show. Put her right into cardiac arrest. Do you watch the show often from Atlanta?
Every night that I'm there, when I'm not working, and that, I don't work too often. I don't work any more than I can help.
Yeah.
But anyway, I watched your show, I watched Jack Paul's show, I watched Steve Allen's show, and I even go back to Jerry,
Jerry Lester, Broadway Open House.
Yeah, Jerry Lester in Dagmar.
Yeah, so you're a real television viewer.
Yeah.
Now, how'd you get the name the Dancing Grandmother?
Well,
obviously, you are a dancer, because I have a couple of pictures here.
Well, I was in show business and way back, as you can see, in 1928, 29, 30, 31 in New York, and then I gave it up.
Did you dance in the chorus line? Or?
Oh, yes. I wasn't that good enough to dance in, solo.
Well, there's a lot of great dancers in chorus lines. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's the way you start.
Yeah.
But I gave it up to get married and raise a family, but I'll have to admit that I thought I would be in New York. I married someone from New York. And I was told I could never have children, and I thought, well, this is great. I can stay up here and have a career. And I had my first child 10 months and 3 days after I was married.
Somebody didn't know what they were talking about.
That's right. Obviously. And then I had my next child in 2 years. And then I had my next We have 5 children and 6 grandchildren.
That's wonderful.
But I kept dancing the whole time. You did?
All the time you had to
Well, I think it's the most wonderful exercise you can have. Yeah. Better than tennis. You get every muscle.
Absolutely. Now, this is a picture from the Todd Studio.
Cheerio in 1928.
1928? No, that's a high kick. That's a pretty good kick. Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Did you take lessons when you were a child? Is that when you started?
No, in my day, they didn't think it was very nice to take dancing, but...
Even then, a chorus girl, the very name chorus girl, sounded a little suspect, didn't it? Kind of a woman of maybe easy virtue or something.
But I persuaded my daddy, instead of going to college, to let me go and spend a year in New York. It would be very cultural. I would go to all the museums. I would do all those things.
Yeah.
And he let me go, and I took off for a dancing studio, and I failed to see any museums or any opera.
You stay right in the dancing. All right, now, this is from what?
That's from my recent appearance
Recent?
in a cabaret, and it's a number
heavens.
called Everybody Today is Turning On.
That's sensational. I thought that was a picture taken some time ago. You got the hair up under the helmet there?
Well, I usually wear a white afro wig out to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pop that on top.
And you still
It's
dance?
men now.
Does your
I still
husband
dance.
approve of this dancing career?
Well, I'll tell you, he is my biggest fan,
Yeah.
and I'm his little Shirley Temple. He's out there,
Yeah?
but he's impossible. He's a very retiring, reserved man, except where I'm concerned, and suddenly, he just tells everybody about me, and I'm afraid he bores everybody to death.
You're the outgoing one of the family, right?
I'm the what?
You're the outgoing one of the family?
Yes, but I'm not the party goer. I'm the one that likes to stay home.
No.
He's very...
Don't you take him out dancing?
Well, we dance occasionally, but not much. The disco, it's taken over. And
Yeah, what do you think of that stuff?
I
Yeah.
can't stand the sound. And
But the music is groovy.
I love
The beat is great,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love the beat. It's wonderful. But the sound is awful. They turn it up as high. And I wouldn't stand outside of anything and have people come out and say, you can come in and you can come in. I hate phonies, and I think those discos, and that one in New York is really phony.
Or where they stand outside to admit certain people,
Yeah, and say
Depending
you
on-
can come in and you can't. And I don't approve of anything like that.
and thousands of people show up, though, and stand in the
I
streets
know.
trying to get in.
Would you? No.
Not to get into a disco, I don't think I'd stand out in the street. I was there once.
Oh, but they would let you in, but
Yeah,
they
I
do
was there
stand
once,
to-
no.
We have lots of discos in Atlanta, but we haven't been to those
Yeah,
yet.
but you don't go to them, huh?
No, I really am not a swinger. And somebody put that name on me.
The swinging grandmother?
And I'm about as swinging as a nun.
Yeah. No drinking? No drinking?
Very little.
Very little.
Maybe 5 whiskey sours a year. That's it. I just don't like it.
All in one night, or just,
Well,
I mean, that could be it for the year. You get bombed once a year and say, I've only had 5 a year.
I don't smoke, but
Don't
I
smoke.
did. I smoked
Yeah.
for 46 years, and then I stopped coke. It may have been longer than that. I used to smoke tobacco, not tobacco, but rabbit tobacco in the fields. Do you know what
Rabbit
tobacco?
tobacco?
Well,
Is
that's
that
what they
like-
called it when
Is that
I...
like corn silk?
No, it's not corn syrup.
Just some kind of a leaf, and you...
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And you
I
gave
hope
that
it
up
was
after
rabbit
46
tobacco.
years.
Yeah,
That's insane. Well, you look in wonderful shape.
Well,
Do you
thank
jog? Do you exercise and all that?
just dance.
Just dance.
I am in good shape, and my health is very good.
That's super. And you're going to do, after we do a commercial, you're going to do a little something for us?
I guess so.
To show you how you can swing. Excuse me, when I sing swing, I mean dance. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Think of the most professional-looking sound system you can imagine. Think of the ideal place to house it. You're thinking of one of JCPenney's remarkable new MCS series audio rack systems. Now, think of an incredible everyday saving of over $300 when you purchase any of these component systems as a package. JCPenney's MCS series audio rack systems. Think of the sound. Think of the service. Think of the savings. You won't have to think again.
Nature packs her fruit with real fruit juice. Now there's canned fruit packed so different, it's in real fruit juice. A special blend so the fruit tastes more like fresh. Not too sweet, not too tart. Libbys Juice Pack Fruit. Peaches, fruit cocktail, and pears in real juice.
It's in real fruit juice, Mom. It's delicious.
Libbys Juice Pack Fruit. We borrowed the idea from nature for a fresher fruit taste.
Here's a meal with a deal. The meal? Arthur Treacher's original fish and chips, or our boneless chicken and chips, or Arthur Treacher's shrimp and chips. All delicious, all better with Coca-Cola. Now the deal. Buy one of these great meals and a regular serving of Coke and get this unique flare glass free. Or buy a regular serving of Coke for 59 cents and keep the glass. Arthur Treacher's and Coke, now that's a meal with a deal. Start your flare glass collection today at Arthur Treacher's.
Oh, I put myself through school with a hook shot. My son, he's got himself a scholarship. Academic. I'm gonna pick up the rest of his schooling with a loan from First Union. They made it easy for me to help my son. Put my loan through in one afternoon. Now, First Union calls that Easy Street, and that's just where I want my son to end up. Oh, I wonder how Bill Russell does that.
Hello there, friends. Frankie and Johnny. We're talking with Liz Connah. We have Rob Reiner, Dizzy Gillespie, and Carol Wayne, and the Mighty Carson art players. What are you going to do tonight? How'd you select the number?
It's a number I've been doing in a cabaret,
Right.
and it's from Pippin. It's the grandmother song, giving advice to her grandson, and I will give it to you.
Right. Did somebody help you stage this number, or did you do this all yourself?
Well, I was in a show doing it in Pippin down in Atlanta, and then I have done it as a solo in a cabaret.
Right. Anybody help you, or are you going to do this all by yourself?
I'm going to do it all by myself. Oh, I certainly do. Harris Wheeler, is he over there? Yes, a young man came out here from Atlanta.
I didn't think
Harris
I recognized
Wheeler.
that gentleman sitting at the piano, and he plays for you, and with our whole orchestra?
Yes.
Are you all set?
I don't think we're using the whole orchestra.
You can use whatever you want.
Using the drum and the bass, something.
Well, they're available.
Are you ready?
You all set? Okay, Liz. Here's Liz Connah. Lit. I'm sorry.
When you are as old as I, my dears, and very few of us are, you will woefully wonder why, my dears, through your cataracts and catarrh, you could squander away or sequester a drop of a precious year. For when your best days are yester, the rest are twice as dear. What good is a field on a fine summer night if you sit all alone with the weeds? Or a succulent pear if with each juicy bite you spit out your teeth with the seeds? Before it's too late, stop trying to wait for fortune and fate you're secure of. For there's one thing to be sure of, mate. There's nothing to be sure of. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we are given. Time to take time for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. Now I've never wondered if I was afraid when there was a challenge to take. And I never thought about how much I weigh if there was still one piece of cake. Maybe it's meant the hours I've spent feeling broken and bent and unwell. But there's still no cure, so heaven sent as a chance to raise some hell. Oh, it's time to start living. Time to take a little from the world we're given. Time to take time for spring will turn to fall in just no time at all. So when the drearies do attack and a siege of the sad begins, I throw these regal shoulders back and lift these double chins. Give me a man who is handsome and strong, someone who's stalwart and steady. Give me a night that's romantic and long. Give me a month to get ready. I could waylay some aging new and persuade him to play in some cranny. But it's hard to believe I'm being led astray by a man who calls me Granny. Here is a secret I never have told. Maybe you'll understand why. I believe if I refuse to grow old, I will stay young till I die. I've known the fears of 69 years, had troubles and tears by the score. But the only thing I'd trade them for is 69 more. Oh, it's time for you are my time, so I'll take all my fault. You make me feel so young all over and just so wild and all.
That was super. That was super.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think this is yours, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Boy, I didn't... Lid, I didn't know how far you were going to go there for a minute. Sometimes you get carried away on the show, and I thought we're going to be in trouble. That's really delightful. Look,
Glad you liked it.
Look, that's nice. You come out and do that, and it shows everybody, you know, that you're absolutely right. You stay young by getting up and doing things, right?
Good health.
Yeah. Thank you for being with us tonight, dear.
Thank you.
Nice trip home.
Thank
Thank you. Lick home. Bring it down.
That's what I like to see. Now we're talking.
What?
Now we're talking. That means that gives you inspiration when you're 69.
Yeah.
And you're out there in the monologue.
Strip.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Now you start to die, you can still dance.
That's
Do
right.
your little thing.
Off comes the clothes. She's a charming lady. All right, we have Rob Reiner with us tonight, Dizzy Gillespie, Carol Wayne, and as soon as we do this,
The
mighty
Carson
Art
Players.
will be back. After this.
I've been waiting to